Easy guys, Dom here from CDG. So with Ready or Not here on the PS5, there's many new players diving into this tactical shooter. In this video, I'll be breaking down the different AI teammate traits to help you understand how they can boost your gameplay and make your missions smoother. So let's talk about the officer traits. Let's start with the basic. So each AI teammate can have a specific trait that affects their performance in the field. These traits are essential for various strategies, whether you're going in loud or keeping it stealthy. So let's take a look at the kicker. This allows both you and your AI team to kick doors open with one hit. This is perfect for fast entries, but remember, always check for tripwires on doors before using this. Safety first.
Watch my back, ignore me.
Paramedic. This changes the AI's killed in action to hospitalized. So even though they're going to stay down for the rest of the mission, it means at the end of the mission, you won't have to replace that officer. They will be alive again. It's most useful if you want to ensure a specific teammate is saved. For example, say you've only got one specific AI teammate unlocked at this stage that has a trait that you like. This could save their life potentially if they go down. But remember, it's easy enough just to replace AI teammates by employing a new one. Breacher. This increases the morale damage when using breaching tools such as the C2 and breaching shotgun. This is great for intimidating enemies before a firefight, so when you're about to clear a room. We'll talk a little bit more about this because this rolls into the next trait, which is Intimidator. Your presence alone can reduce enemy morale. So this trait works best at the start of missions before the gunfire erupts. But here's the thing, both enemy and civilian AI have a morale system in place, as I've mentioned. So certain officer traits, like the Intimidator as an example, and the Breacher, will increase your ability to lower that morale faster. So this will make it faster for those suspects and civilians to surrender, which potentially reduces the need for lethal force, which is actually quite important if you're playing the game a certain way or if you want to unlock certain rewards, if you are trying to get maybe an S rank. I will include a link in the video to the S rank so you know a little bit more about what that does. But basically, using the Intimidator is an excellent tool for de-escalating situations before they spiral out of control. Next up is the Morale Officer. So arresting enemies alive heals your team's stress. This also works if you are using non-lethal weapons. So if you don't kill any of the enemy AIs that are trying to shoot you, it will keep your teammates' stress level in check, which is crucial because a stressed out officer can become less effective and may even refuse to follow commands. And if your stress levels get too high, your officers may actually quit completely, meaning you're going to have to employ a new officer. And you know, as much as that's not the end of the world, you potentially might lose a trait that you might not get back, because when you employ a new officer, you only get like 3 choices. That does kind of like rotate around. So, you know, you can sack officers and re-employ new ones, but sometimes you don't get the trait coming up that you want. So it is really important to keep the stress levels of your officers to a minimum. Yes, you can put them into therapy if you need to, but that can take some time. So the Negotiator will boost the chance of suspects surrendering on compliance yells. And by compliance yells, I mean when you're telling them to get down, which again is great for the non-lethal playstyle if you are trying to get those S ranks and complete the mission in a non-lethal fashion. This also rolls into the Pacifier, which adds a chance for suspects and civilians to instantly surrender when they're affected by less lethal munitions and grenades, for instance CS gas. Riot Control increases the stun duration from grenades and less lethal ammo, which is great for crowd control, and you know, the effects of the stun grenades can sometimes wear off quite quick when you're trying to clear a room, and enemies can sometimes then react. In situations when an enemy has taken a hostage, for example, you want to reduce the ability for them to be able to shake off, say, a flash grenade and shoot the hostage before you've had a chance to pacify them. S-Bags, or SBAGS. So this one reduces the amount of stress your AI teammates gain when suspects or civilians are injured or killed, including your own teammates, and it's especially helpful if things go south and mistakes happen. If you are using the non-lethal weapons, then you're less likely to need this. But just note that there is a specific mission, which is the Watt Community College, that will still increase the stress levels of your teammates just due to the fact that it's part of the story and they want to show the impact that that specific mission has had on the officers.
Keep your hands up.
So which traits should you pick? I mean, it really will depend on your own personal playstyle, but if you are new, I'd personally recommend starting with the Armourer and the Nutritionist because they boost your armor values and health, which means you're going to be able to take more punishment. Obviously, wearing the heavier armor is going to be more appealing as well, although you do move slower. It will give you a chance to maybe learn the game a little bit more without getting one shot all the time, which will happen if you choose the light armors and maybe skip on the Armourer and Nutritionist traits. For a more aggressive playstyle, I'd choose the Veteran and Breacher, which can enhance your team's combat effectiveness. The Veteran trait does actually reduce bullet spread and improves reaction time for the SWAT AI. And for non-lethal strategies, and if you are going for those S ranks as I've mentioned previously in the video, then Pacifier and Riot Control are pretty good for that as well. Helps you minimize the casualties. So there's a quick rundown of the AI teammate traits in Ready or Not on the PS5. I hope this helps you make the most out of your missions. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on another video. Thanks for watching.